Okay, hi. We have a very old stained glass window here that my daughter purchased in a salvage place, and she likes it, and we're going to try to fix it up. Now, as you can see, the window is in bad shape. We have some broken glass. The leading is very oxidized, so I don't know if we can fix that. We have it held together by nails. There's paint on it. And as you can see, the window itself is in really bad shape. So what I plan on doing is removing it from this frame very carefully, pull out the nails and all the old caulking that's in here, and try to get it on my workbench. Okay, what I'm doing now is I'm going to carefully remove all this caulking stuff, which has probably been in here for 100 years. Okay, I'm working my way around, and it's a slow process. Get all this gunk out of here. But okay, I removed the frame, and now I'm going to take all the lead caning out. Now this caning, I was trying to repair it, but however, this lead caning is so oxidized that solder will not adhere to it. So you just simply very carefully start to take it apart. And I keep it in order, so I did take a picture, so I know where the pieces will go. And see how easily it just comes apart because it's so old. So I will continue to take it apart, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, here's all the pieces out of the lead taken off, and as you can see, that the glass is filthy. This does have a texture to it, so I'm just gonna go take a few pieces at a time and soak them in soapy water, maybe a little bit of ammonia, and take a scrubby and scrub all this soot off, and then reassemble it in its pattern. We do have two broken pieces. If I can't cut new ones, I will just super glue them together. Okay, here you can see that all the pieces of glass have been cleaned, and they were really filthy. And as you can see, there must have been in a city where there's soot, and it's impossible to get it all out because the glass is textured, and I just think it sort of adds to the character. And so I've cleaned all the pieces, scrubbing them really hard, soaking and scrubbing. And then I put them all back together, which of course, if you're doing something like that, I had a photograph, and but otherwise you could number them. I numbered them left and right because, you know, these could interchange, and I wanted to fit the best as possible. So instead of doing lead caning in between, we are going to copper foil and solder all these things. And I'm not an expert at doing this. I'm a novice, and that's why I'm not doing the lead cane method. I think the copper foil method is a lot easier, and to learn that, there's lots of videos online, and that's what I did, and that's what I'm going to do next. So we're back today, and as you can see, I have a little helper here, Katrin, and she's learning how to do copper foil, and so am I. We're watching a video on how to do it, and because we're learning, and there's lots of videos on copper foil that do it better than me, and I think you could just go on YouTube and find copper foil. So we'll be back when we're all done with this. Okay, we're putting in the last piece of copper foiled glass, and it looks pretty good. It only took us, let's see, 4 hours. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to square it up and put on the horseshoe nails and get ready to solder. And we'll see you soon. Bye. Okay, Katrin is tack soldering the pieces together, and there's a lot of videos online on how to do this, and that's how we learned it. We're using 50-50 solder to tack it, and then we're going to fill in all the flat solder, the whole piece. This is the right side. So she's just filling in the big gaps with 50-50 solder. It ends up making the panel stronger. Okay, the panel was flipped over and now we're flat soldering the back. Okay, so we flipped it over. It's flat soldered on both sides. Looks pretty good. But this is the front, and of course some of it blobbed through to the front, so we have to spread this out. And then we're going to top solder it. And we'll see how it goes. See, there's like a big lump there and big lumps. They sort of look good. It makes it look old. I don't know. We'll just try to see what happens. If there's any bubbles, you just go straight up. Okay, we're back. We cleaned up the whole window and we cleaned all the flux off of it, and now we're going to attempt to put a zinc frame around it. And what we've done is we've cut off a little piece of it. We're going to slide it all around the edge and fix it where it doesn't fit. We're going to flatten that solder joint, and then we're going to measure all around and attach the zinc framing. Okay, and we have cut the zinc to size, and we put it back on the workboard, and we hammered it in here and here, so it's all nice and tight. And now we're going to solder the zinc frame to the window, and Katrin's going to do that. Okay, so we just soldered some hooks on the top of it, and the frame is all on them. Soldered on both sides.
How do you do that?
There's a lever. You press the lever. All finished.